Right, so guys, if you're wondering why taking a video of this wall, which I know of, which I've been looking up online for a while, this is partly the boundary wall that was at Duke Street Prison. So been looking it up for a long time since that video I done earlier on, but this actually is the boundary wall. It is still the last remaining part of Duke Street Prison. Remarkable, honestly. So this must be the original part and added on there, but here guys, this is the last bit of the remaining structure. So here, let's have a wee nosy here. There's cars parked here. I can get through here, no problem. So there you go. Apparently, you know, it's been said that a ghostly figure of the last woman that was hanged at Duke Street Prison, you know, can actually sometimes be seen. Very much doubt that if there's street lights everywhere, but you know, yeah, this is the last bit of it. A lot of people have actually been elsewhere thinking it was it, but this is actually it, because I've checked up, you know, everywhere possible, guys, and this is the last location. And it did say between the Baron Hall, which is there, and Drygate Brewery. So yeah guys, this is the last, you know, have a bit of memory of the old prison. It's a shame really, because you would think, you know, if that was like, say, the prison back in the days where these houses are, you think they would just kind of do it up and keep the history of the prison, but you know, turn it into flats. That's what people want with Ballinnie. They want to keep the building, but you know, turn it into, you know, flats. So hey guys, don't know if obviously this kind of looks like the same structure, you know, so I guess this wall's like kind of been knocked down a bit, and I don't know, it's quite a strange one, I don't know really, but like I say, this is the last remaining parts, the old Duke Street Prison here guys, this wall. So got actually another couple of stories to tell you about Duke Street Prison. I know it's quite weird videoing round about a wall, but yeah, it's a bit of history guys, you know, it's a history lesson for me. We're not a CCTV camera, as you can just imagine, you know, also there was no CCTV back in the days, but it does look like actually a prison. So overall there has been 12 people hung at Duke Street Prison. First ever one was in 1902, and that was on the 12th of November 1902. Patrick Leggett was first person hung at Duke Street Prison, guys. And sorry guys about the noise, you know, it is right on the main road. And the last person to be hung was on the 3rd of August 1928, George Reynolds. The only ever female to be hung. And she was the last woman to be hanged as a capital punishment in Scotland. She was arrested after acting suspiciously. So imagine, you know, being acting suspiciously. And the discovery of the body of a 13-year-old newspaper boy, John Johnston, although there were no witnesses accounted of him being killed. Circumstantial evidence was presented at her trial, and she was found guilty of his murder, and a plea of innocence was rejected, and she was sentenced to death. So there you go, guys, sentenced to death, and there was no proof. So it's like a weird one, but it has been known though, you know, at night a ghostly figure of a woman has been found going like through the walls. So, you know, hopefully we don't get bumped into anything like that. You know, we're not out here ghost hunting, but it would be actually quite good if that did happen. But I don't know, like so yeah, it does actually look like the old brickwork they would use back in the days. So yeah, let's have a wee nosy popped up here. So it does say it was next to this Halls, and you've got Drygate Brewery over there. But you would think they would have a wee memorial on the wall saying this is part of Duke Street Prison back in the days. But typical council, too much probably money for that. So yeah, or you'd think they would have something up. So it's a shame, because you know, it's part of heritage. People want to find out. You know, some people might have had great grandfathers, you know, sentenced in Duke Street Prison back in the days. Some people might have had, you know, great grandmothers or whoever, and they would like to find out the history. So you think they would have a wee memorial sign saying this is the last remaining part of Duke Street Prison. So yeah, quite a strange one, to be honest with you, but they can afford to put up for no name. So it's a shame, because it ruins history behind places like this, to be honest with you. You know, they can afford to do graffiti art on the side of buildings, but just can't tell you a wee history, you know, something that a plaque telling you that this is what's left of the prison. So yeah, it's a shame. That's what's ruining this country, to be honest with you. So like I said, I found this, you know, out when I went back and done up a wee bit more research. So this is the last part of the Duke Street Prison, guys. This is a wall that still remains, you know, from the old Duke Street Prison. So yeah, like I say, I'm not going to repeat the story over again, which I done earlier on, but thought I would give something different. And this one, as you can tell, it's a right snowy night tonight here. So walked down a bit, but yes, this is the image I've seen online. So yeah, well, just a shame that they've built the flats and that there, because if there was ghostly figures roaming about going through the wall, that would have been actually quite a good one, you know, to keep, you know, say the building street lights round about if people were true. But you've got a lot of homeless accommodation, so no disrespect to the homeless people, I'm not discriminating them, probably been on too many spirits to see some spirits, but nah, you know, and that's another one I might be doing about homeless people, guys, because let's walk down the road. Don't know if it's the same in England, by the way, but in England, well, I don't know if, like I said, it's the same in England, but up here in Scotland, anybody that's homeless that's got a pet, like say like a pet hamster, or, you know, pet, like something to do with a pet, you know, they cannot have them in homeless accommodation, which I find really, really strange. Because at the end of the day, what's a pet going to do? You know, that pet's somebody's friend, and they're discriminating homeless people. So it's either the choice of having a roof over your head, or stay in the streets and keep your pet. So technically, obviously they want to keep their pet, you know, they don't want to let go of it. A lot of people will be saying, oh, you're off their head, not doing that, but they're in their rights, it's their own pet, you know, that's why they bought it for. It's not their fault they're homeless, you know, because you don't know the circumstances, you can't judge people, and a lot of homeless places are judging people because of having a pet. So is that not corruption? You know, then a homeless person should be entitled, even if it's a hostel or not, to be allowed to have their pet in homeless accommodation. But sadly, this day and age, you know, it's sort of more people are on the streets because of that. So yeah, guys, but I would just get that off my chest, because it sickens me a bit, you know. Almost fell there, and that would have been good for the video. So just walk down a wee bit and I'll end this video, guys. So like I'm saying, you know, I'm allowed, you're allowed out, you know, be there. When I go around the streets, there's lots of people walking about the streets, and I feel like I'm the one that's getting picked on about a section 38, about what, breaching COVID regulations. You know, you can't just pick on one human being and don't pick on the rest. Like I say, I'm not going against the police officers that are dealing with it, but I'm going against the hierarchy of the police force, because how can you give us a section 38 for breaching COVID regulations? And how do they know where I'm travelling? Are the police following me about when I go out? You know, so I'm getting done for a section 38 for breaching COVID regulations, guys. It's absolutely diabolical. So much for your human rights. Fine. Oh, it's COVID. Yes, we understand. We're not stupid. But at the end of the day, people with mental health issues are suffering. That doesn't come out. There's people with mental health issues and especially with me, you know, I lose my temper dead easily. So what do the police want? You getting arrested for causing damage or self-harming, or do they want you arrested for breaching COVID? So honestly, so swing a walk down here, guys. Get out in the lovely snow in Glasgow. So like I say, you know, you just can't pick on one person. I bet there's thousands of other people who are doing it, right? And I feel the police are just want to pick on me. And yeah, if the police listen to this, fine. It's my human rights to speak. It's your freedom of speech. Like I says, I'm not going against the police officers who have arrested me. I'm going against the police officers who are higher up and think it's okay to put out a section 38 but not charge me. So is that just what worry people? Does that what make people feel worse? Does that make, you know, the hierarchy of police feel better? You know, something has to get done about it. At the end of the day, if the police know that I'm a self-harmer and done things in the past with overdosing and stuff like that, then why are the police want to pick on us? But at the end of the day, just need to calm down a bit, you know. But at the end of the day, mate, honestly, it's just getting to us quite a lot. You know, but at the end of the day, just wait and see what happens for this interview. But honestly, they need a lot of evidence, and all it can be really is a hefty fine. At the end of the day, if that was the case, right, sorry that the video's quite long, guys, but if that was the case about me breaching COVID regulations, right, how come police officers never came out at these places? So, like police stations, right, and fined me or done something. So really you can't look back on what happened then. You know, see, if that was a murder or another sort of case, you know, the police wouldn't be interested in looking back. But they're checking up, oh, I was here on that date, at that time, and, you know, let's put a section 38 out and interview him. No, sorry, but end day, if there's people getting murdered and stuff like that, that's cases you have to catch up on. So, I find I might be in breaching him. I'm not saying I am or not, but I feel I'm in my rights. It's stopping me self-harming. It's stopping me doing silly things, all this for videos. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm in my rights to do this. If it stops anyone from self-harming or harming themselves, then I feel you're entitled to do this. Because how come it's always about, no disrespect, right, COVID deaths, but how come in the news it's never mentioned nothing about, oh, people dying from suicide or self-harming or stuff like that? because it's brushed under the carpet. So, hey guys, gonna wrap this video up. Like I say, hopefully the video was okay, you know, and hopefully the rant was good at the end, but like I say, I'm entitled to what I feel. At the end of the day, you know, when you go out and about, you see people out and about, you know, if that's the case, police are going to stop everyone on the street shortly. So, like I say, you can't just pick on one person while there's hundreds more doing it. So, at the end of the day, guys, honestly, you cannot just pick on one and miss out on the others. That ain't fair, and that ain't fair on just that one person. So, leave it there. Just thought I would do that audit and show you a bit around Glasgow. So, yep, and the bell's ringing for 8 o'clock. That's lock up, guys. Time for me to head back in the cells. No, I want out. Freedom. So, yeah, guys, hopefully everything was good. Now I'm going to head back in for a night's kit in the cells. Right, guys.